What's going on, people? What's the word? You already know who it is. It's your boy Mac in the building. Mac, we're alive at 5. You already know what it is. So, check it out. We got some adverse weather today. And since my internet acted a little bit janky in this weather, and I don't want it going out in the middle of my podcast, we gonna keep it smoking. We gonna keep it real smoky today. I'm gonna try and get through things a little bit fast. What up, Annette? Look, man, this weather been bogus all day. Last thing I need is Spectrum's mess on top of that. So we gonna try and keep. I almost did it, but I didn't. We gonna try and keep stuff moving. You know what I'm saying? Just so y'all know, YouTube don't let you say no certain words in a certain time in the video. Like I think it's like the first minute you can't say no words. So you gotta watch your tongue, you know, but as soon as it hit 2 minutes, you could go crazy and say whatever the hell you want. To a certain extent, you know. Oh yeah, there's some cuddling weather, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got nobody to cuddle with though. You know what I'm saying? So this just crying in your pillow weather for me, you know what I mean? But nah, for real, today, you know, it's kind of messed up because summer starting, all the stuff it seemed like happened. My guy had this theory about summer. He was like, you got two halves of summer. And he was like, the first half of summer is the good half, where everything is all good, but it's like it hit that second half of the summer where fall rolling around. And he was like, that's when all the bad stuff start happening. Now I noticed that was true to a certain extent, but I know that this year in particular, I noticed that right away the stuff start happening. Let me see, could I cuss? The bullshit start happening. You know what I'm saying? So my guy, man, his little brother, uh, he must have been running from the police, man, and he got in like a real bad accident, and unfortunately, you know, he not with us no more. But it's crazy because he was only 23, and you know, these is people that you'll know from when they kids. And you know, when you see somebody, let's say I met him about 10 years ago when he was about 13. So when you see somebody when they 13, you know, around that age, they're worried about video games. They ain't even thinking about girls or nothing like that. And then it's tripped out to like 10 years later, hear them getting into something you wouldn't have never even thought they would have got into. I told y'all yesterday, man, there's some people out here like that it tripped me out that they fall off from chasing that life, not from no drug, not from no type of you know, abuse they been through as a kid or nothing, or no traumas, just chasing that lifestyle. And that's what take people out a lot. It seemed like when they young, they think they got to get it a certain way, they think they got to live a certain way, and you think you got your whole life ahead of you, so it's easy to think reckless. But you can make them mistakes, and you make one wrong mistake, and that's what I was tripping off of. Like he probably wasn't even out there like that, you know what I'm saying? Like he probably wasn't even in the streets like that, but all it take is that one mistake. It's not gonna, everybody not gonna get a whole bunch of chances, second and third and fourth chances to keep messing up, you know what I mean? So in this situation, man, it was like, it almost was like, you know, one and done. And you know, RIP to the little homie. I'm not gonna say his name like that and stuff because I don't know how private the family want to keep things as of right now. Everything's still fresh. Um, but yeah, RIP, Ben, and you know, just make sure you recognize what you doing, man, and don't run from the police. You got to do like Trump in this clip that I'm gonna show y'all today and turn yourself in. I know y'all know Donald Trump had to turn himself in today. He got arrested, booked, mugshot. You know what I'm saying? All that shit today, this afternoon, down in Florida, and the charges is sticky. I'm talking about them charges is, man, look, sticky like some honey barbecue wings. This ain't none of that. This is a witch hunt, okay? No, I didn't do anything, okay? Like, it's to the point, y'all know what his biggest problem is, which I'm gonna show y'all that's kind of funny. the one of the richest people in recent history, one of the most privileged people in American legal history in America since America's existence, can't find a lawyer, y'all. Donald Trump can't find a lawyer. Don't nobody want to represent him. I'm talking about. I I think I ain't sure, but I think, and this would be funny. Donald Trump gonna end up with a public defender. I know what y'all thinking. Y'all thinking like how could Donald Trump get a public defender? But who want to lose their law license representing somebody who think a lawyer's job is to really literally cover up their crimes? You know what I'm saying? Like you can't even risk that shit, you know? So he can't find no lawyer, and we gonna look into that because that's hella funny. And then in another clip, man, we gonna look at this man who he went on his girlfriend went on a girls trip, right? Or his baby mama, I guess you could say. She got 9 kids, and she chooses to go on a girls trip. But it ain't just that she went on a girls trip; it's that she went on a girls trip. She didn't even tell him nothing about it. She just jumped up and well, she ain't asked or nothing like that. She just like, I'm gone. I'm going on this trip. He told her he ain't want her to go on the trip. He told her he had a problem with it, all that stuff, but she chose to go anyway. She got back. He cleaned this stuff out. He hit it on her. And so she was basically talking about like he left her for dead and all that. Man, that ain't funny, the left for dead part, but she was being over dramatic. Nigga just put his foot down, and you just was thinking he wasn't gonna put his foot down, and then now he put his foot down. You did what you put your foot down. You did what you did. You said I'm going anyway, and then he put his foot down, and then now you like, oh, you left me for dead. It's crazy. We gonna look at it. You know what I'm saying? And then we got this dude. They say he approached 100 women and tried to talk to them, like women with boyfriends and like just whatever. But the problem with this dude is, you know how you had these people, these dating or these pickup people on YouTube trying to do this stuff where they approach these girls and all that. The problem is, dude is so stiff. He ain't got no riz, man. He ain't got, if you don't know what riz is charisma. He ain't got no charisma. He couldn't riz no girl if his life depended on it. You know what I'm saying? He was stiff. It's embarrassing. So it raised the question, is it really about confidence? Because people think, oh, you got to be confident and all that. But what if you do got confidence, but you ain't got no damn charisma though? Like, man, you walk up to girls, yo, you stiff, you know what I'm saying? Your diggery is just, you know what I'm saying? Not your digging. And you know what I mean? That's what dude was doing. So we gonna check it out, man. We got some cool clips, some fun clips, man. I'm trying to, like I said, kind of make it a little bit, try to do what I can because I don't trust this weather we got out here. But yeah, I know what we do. We gonna get these analytics going. Jump right into it. Mac, we're live at 5, baby. Let's go.
Marley Hall traveled to Milwaukee, a city known as Pimp School, and talked to people who are trying to break that cycle.
Police in Milwaukee have more than 200 pimps on their radar, but few resources.
Milwaukee pimps describe pimp roundtables where they get together and share best practices and advice and tips on how to evade law enforcement. So it's very, very sophisticated.
And how did Milwaukee end up becoming kind of this hotbed?
Every girl can generate about $500,000 a year for any given pimp, and most pimps have 4 to 6 women or girls in their so-called stable.
Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
Mac Word live at 5. You already know who it is. It's your boy Mac the Truest in the building. You know what I'm saying? Always coming to y'all with some interesting mess that y'all could look at. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully learn a little bit of something from. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't learn something, I know some of y'all got dropped on y'all head, so it ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be easy learning nothing. Either way it go. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Your mama was on that thing, on that glass thing when she had you, you know what I mean? No, I'm just talking shit. You two gonna be like, he's talking about crack babies. Nah. But yeah, man. Y'all know what it is, man. We up in here. Like I told y'all, this weather is a little bit adverse. So we not gonna waste too much time. We gonna get right on into it. Man, this first clip, right? Dude told this girl, man, he told her ass, he said, don't go on this girl's trip, man. He said, if you go on this girl's trip, when you come back, I'm leaving your ass. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Otis, she got with her when she had 5 kids. You know what I'm saying? She got 9 kids. She had 5. He made 4 more with her. She like, Otis ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna do what I want to do, and he ain't gonna do nothing. But I guess she got back, and Otis hit it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna ask y'all this. In this situation, who do y'all think is in the wrong? Let's go.
So you got a woman that has 9 kids. Yes, 9 kids, and she was married, and her husband ended up leaving her with those 9 kids. But I want you to hear what she has to say why he left her with those 9 kids. Let's review it.
I can't hold this shit in no more. I've been trying to hold it in and hold it in and hold it in. You know what I'm saying? Didn't want to tell nobody about it, but this. So how about I come home from work last night? Now, my kids was left here with my baby daddy. Now, I close on Wednesdays, and he keep my kids. This ain't nothing new. This is something he already know. So thank God that my oldest daughter was here. So when I got here last night, this was nowhere to be found, y'all. This shit is crazy. So how about when I get home, this motherfucker done packed up and got the up out of here. He done moved all his shit up out my house. So I'm calling his phone. I'm blowing him up. Remind you, this is my closet where all his stuff is at. Where it normally be ain't shit in the closet. He done packed the up and got up out of here. He's a fucking lame for that. Like, I'm calling his phone and asking him, like, what's going on? What's the problem? I mean, what you upset for? You know what I'm saying? Why you leave? Like, why you leave? Why you being a coward? Why you couldn't face me? Why you had to sneak and do it? Why you had to wait?
Because if a man had doing that while you at work, that means you're crazy. And he knows that if he try to leave, you're going to start a confrontation. And then if he try to move you out of the way, you're going to call the police and say, oh, he put hands on me. He's going to go to jail. So since he knows that, he decided to leave while you was at work so there could be no confrontation.
So I go to work and then try to go do it. Garrett, stop. You know what I'm saying? So the shit is crazy. All it boils down to, y'all know I just went on this trip. I just left and went on this trip, and he wasn't feeling the trip. Talking about I'm going with a whole bunch of people that don't.
Now we get into what the real problem is. It be like, guess what, y'all? Man, he just left me, y'all. He just wrong. But see, I had went on this trip. I went on this trip. He told me not to go on this trip, y'all. And I went on. Now she getting into what the problem really is. Ain't nobody just jump up and leave. Man, they bonnet wearing princess and shit for no reason, nigga. So why did he leave you? Let's find out.
That he don't know, and all this and that, and how do that look? I'm in a whole lot of relationship, and I'm going out of town with people that I don't know, and all this shit. You mean to tell me we've been together for 10 years? We've been together for 10 and a half years, going on 11 years, got 6 kids with this. Like, really, what? Because I go on a trip, you gonna pack your shit and you gonna dip up out of here?
Yeah, exactly. He told you that the people wasn't right. It's his job to look out for you, right? But you decided you want to do this girls trip thing. That's what you wanted to do. You in a whole relationship, and you want to go a girls trip to somewhere else,
If she told dude not to go on a trip and he went on that trip anyway, she already know what she would do. It wouldn't even be no question about why did he pack all this stuff up, because when he got home from the trip, all this stuff would be packed up and be outside already. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's sitting up here acting like, oh, I don't know why he tripping. And, let's talk about that shit, right? We talk about motherfuckers being like narcissists and shit like that, right? That's what a narcissist gonna do. They gonna try to minimize your emotions about something. You express you got a problem before they do the shit, they do it anyway. And then afterwards, they gonna turn around and act like you shouldn't, they never did nothing wrong and you didn't communicate to them that you had a problem with what they was doing. And that's exactly what she doing. She like, why he leave? Why he have to do it like that? Why he have to do it like this? But keep watching though, because she reveals some more about how she knew she was on bullshit and he knew she was on bullshit. Let's go.
But he don't even know. It's not like you went with family or something like that. You went with some bunch of people that he thought was shady. And yes, that can cause a lot of problems. Is these when these women are so insistent on these girls trips, like you're not, first of all, you're not a girl, you're a woman. Second of all, like why y'all gotta, you don't see a bunch of men talking about, oh yeah, guys trips. A bunch of married men talking about guys trips. And the few that are doing that, like where are they actually going? That's the thing. But not too many men do that mess, like the women.
Why is that? Why don't a bunch of married dudes get together and be like, guys trip? We going on the guys trip, bro. We finna all go. Like a bunch of married dudes. I tell you why they don't do that shit. Because they fucking wives ain't letting them do that shit. They like, guys trip where? Especially if all the dudes is married. It'd be different if it was just a bunch of variety of dudes. But the married dudes be the ones that you can't trust the most. You know what I'm saying? They like, nah, y'all all married. Why y'all need a vacation without y'all wives? But girls, it be like, I just want to get away. I just need to get away. And that's supposed to be it. But nah, he wasn't having it. He said, all right, do that shit then. He said, go ahead. Go ahead. Packed up his shit. Otis wasn't having it. Let's go.
Like to do that. Like, I'll say this. If you're single, got nothing going on, yeah, do you, but if you're gonna do all that, like I said, go with family and friends, people that people that he know, right? And maybe he'll be cool with it. But let's continue.
Really? And leave me? I just moved in over here, just leave me with this high rent that I gotta pay by myself? Like, that's crazy. That's some this crazy. This blowing my mind, y'all. This blowing my mind. Darrell, put that up. Put that up. Put that up. Go in there and sit down. I advise you to go in there and sit down, for real. This is crazy. I don't know what the going on. This crazy as hell. But it's bothering me because I'm trying to figure out, like, why? Like, why? What's the problem? You that insecure? You that insecure? What possibly could I be doing when I go out of town? The whole time I've been with you, he ain't never known me to cheat on him. I ain't never cheated on him. Never, flirted or none of that shit.
It's crazy because that ain't the bottom line. The bottom line be the respect. And if he told you he ain't want you going on the trip and you just disregarded it, you don't respect the nigga. And that's what the problem is. If you don't respect him, for sure you cheating on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't finna be like, man, I don't respect him. I'm finna disregard what he say, whatever. He can sit at home mad. And while he here, all I'm gonna do is consider his feelings. Why he didn't want me to go, even though he expressed he ain't want me going on this trip the first place. But now that I'm here, I'm gonna be over here being considerate of how we feel. Man, listen. She know what she was doing. She know why she wanted. And not only that, but it actually worked in her favor that she got into it with dude before she went on the trip. That way she ain't had to feel guilty about the shit she was doing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't want to hear about him. You know what I'm saying? You know how girls start that fight before they come. You know how girls who marry or in a relationship start that fake ass fight to come over your house and shit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga cough wrong around there. She be like, see, I'm finna go. You know what I'm saying? That's what she wanted this shit to happen. Let's go.
That he knows of. Because, like I said, women are way better at cheating than men because they lie better than men.
Ricky
Been a
Williams
while
in the
ago, that's how
building.
y'all
What's
get caught.
going on? Winning team representing
What
my
is it about
brother,
you
my
that he
brother.
felt that way, that strongly about it to the point that he wanted to leave? You're not telling that part of the story.
With nobody. I ain't never did nothing. I've never been that type of chick. If I'm with you, I'm with you. If I'm with you, I'm riding with you. Hands down. I ain't been nothing but great to this nigga, y'all. I ain't been nothing but good to this nigga. And for me to come home and have to see this shit, now I'm second guessing myself like, this nigga was for real. Because first, when we was having our conversation, I thought the nigga was I thought he was playing. You know what I'm saying? He was telling me pretty much like, if you do this, I mean, you just telling me you going out of town. You didn't ask me. What? Like, why the fuck I gotta ask you, could I go out of town? I'm a grown woman. I'm 35 years old. Why the fuck I gotta ask you? You know you don't, ever since, you know what I'm saying? Which is true, y'all. I ain't never.
Didn't I just say that? Lack of respect. And it's like that shit just go right over their head. Ain't nobody finna listen, let me tell you something. What a man want from a woman, it boils down to is respect. Because everything else fall underneath that. You know what I'm saying? All the other shit, if you respect the man, it's gonna fall underneath that. It ain't no way I ain't never been nothing but good to this man. I ain't never been nothing but great. But you telling him he can't tell you nothing because you grown? You know what I'm saying? That nigga grown too, telling you some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he a kid when he speak up, but I guess, let me guess, he grown when it come to paying half them bills and all that shit. But then when he express something about you dipping off with some motherfuckers, now he can't tell you nothing. Like, man, you better go on with that shit. Rick said, no respect. You gotta go. I bet she told him, you don't have to be here when I get back. This my house. You already know. If he packed up and left, bruh, you know that's her crib. And she gonna say something about that, like, I know he went to his mama house or something. Like, she gonna get into like how she called the mama, and I guess the mama wasn't siding with her or some bullshit. Let's go.
Never been on no trip or no vacation without this.
Okay, listen to what you just said.
She
Any other
just said
time
she
you went
never been
somewhere,
on a
y'all
trip
went
without him.
together
So
as
why
a
you
couple.
going now?
Now all of a sudden you coming up with this girls trip thing with people that he don't even know and don't even like. Look at how you moving. That's why he like, well, where'd that come from all of a sudden? It's not like something you always done. You understand? And he felt so strongly about it. He's like, look, if you go do that trip if you want to. If it's that important to you. But you come back here, I'm gonna have to move around. He told you.
And she ain't
gonna
want
do.
to take it
Why are you
serious. She
shocked?
didn't respect it.
Every time we
Just
go on a
face
trip
it, you
with
ain't
kids and stuff
respect
like that, you know what I'm saying?
his
It's
choice.
always me and him, or sometimes we leave the kids behind and then we go on a trip. It just be us two.
And that's how it's supposed to be.
But wow, you tripping over that because I went on a vacation? Because I went on a vacation, you tripping about that? Like, he got me twisted. And then the Jeep that he's driving, that shit in my name, now I can be nasty, call the police and tell them police that he done stole my Jeep. See, that's
Or
where
you
he
could
got
just
me
ask
fucked
for
up
it back.
See. you see what she went to, fellas? Now, he talked to her before she did this. She's in a whole full-fledged relationship. 6 kids with this guy. 4 kids with whatever people she had kids for. Because she's mad, here we go, the weaponization of the police on the black man. Because he chose to leave. This is why, fellas, get things in your name. The only thing I'm saying, get things in your name.
So I can get nasty. Like, this hell, y'all, I don't know what the fuck I'm about to do. Like, what the fuck I'm about to do? I'm over here, done moved in this 3-bedroom place. 3 bedroom, 2.5 baths. Got to pay all this rent by myself. And on top of that,
Wait.
That's how you know this a rat. She said she done moved in to a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, and it's 11 of them living in that house. So let's just assume that her and dude got their own room. You got 2 bedrooms for 9 kids. What you got, 5 in one and 4 in the other one? Like, y'all ain't doing shit. You going on girls trips. You got 9 kids living in a 3-bedroom. You don't need no trips. You know what I'm saying? My house got 3 bedrooms. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't even begin to imagine if I had a chick that lived here with me, and then we had 9 kids living in my 3-bedroom house. Well, I got another attic space finished into like a loft space, but man, still, I wouldn't want to pack a bunch of motherfuckers up there either. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's too much, man. That's something ain't right with y'all decision making skills. And Rick say a lot of women think man is stupid. Yeah, they think we just, you know what I'm saying? Like, we not gonna put 2 and 2 together. They think we can't see beyond their attitude and, you know what I'm saying, that little bit of, you know what I'm saying, sunshine they be throwing sometimes, you know what I'm saying, your way. But yeah, nah, it's gonna have to be some peace in the long run for me. And for most people, most dudes, you know what I'm saying, in the living situation, ain't nothing gonna come above that peace. Like, y'all ain't kids no more. It ain't like, oh man, I gotta have this, I gotta have that. Oh man, she do this, she do that. Nah, that shit turn into nothing. When you sitting up in the house with somebody you don't like, you ain't thinking about nothing they can do for you physically. You know what I'm saying? And this a big, thick, burly neck asshole right here. And she rude too.
3-bedroom, 2-bath, 9 children? So, okay, they got their room. Okay. So 9 children are splitting.
Look, he did the math
Jesus
I did.
Christ. Lord Jesus. Wow. How you can afford a trip with 9 doggone kids?
Bro,
How?
I just asked
See,
that.
that's my issue about black folk. I gotta go there. That's my issue about black people. You will find money to do whatever you want to do, even when you can't afford it. You can't afford that with 9 kids. You shouldn't be going nowhere. Like, for real?
Take care of 9 kids by myself, y'all. This shit crazy. And 6 of these kids are his kids. Like, this crazy. Crazy as I don't know what the going on with these niggas. Like, why the you know what I'm saying? Like, because I go on a trip. Like, what's the problem?
You know
Like,
what's going on with these niggas. They not putting up with your greasy ass behavior. They don't want to deal with that shit. You know what's going on. You just ain't think you was gonna make no move. You figured like 9 kids, we in a 2-bedroom. Basically, you figured like we down bad together. So it ain't no way he going nowhere. But dog hit it on you. He said, shit, we both fucked up. We living in a 3-bedroom with 9 kids. He said, you know what? I want to move out. I want to go. You want to go on this girl's trip to do whatever you trying to do? Good. Because I want to move out, and you finna give me the reason. You know what I'm saying? Both of y'all irresponsible. Hey, I need more bedrooms. Let's go.
It's like, what? What is it? What's the problem?
Because you start moving different. That's the problem. He told you before you went, and you didn't take him serious. That's all it is to it. Why is that trip was so important to you that you had to ignore everything this man was saying? Like you don't get it?
Went down there doing nothing. My mama always told me when a man started accusing you of going somewhere and doing something with somebody that they doing something. Like, this just.
And that's how you know that she did some shit. You know how? Because she went to that. He ain't never even accused her. She keep on putting emphasis on like, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. He said he didn't want you to go on the damn trip. It could have been for financial reasons. It could have been bad timing. It could have just been because he felt like you ain't had no business going with the people that you was going with just because of who they are. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what he said. He said there was a bunch of people he ain't like. And he thought they was some bullshit ass people and shit. But she keep on saying, my mama said if somebody accused you, they doing something. So now I'm thinking different. Who accused you though? You accused yourself. And then you accused yourself through some my mama said in it, and then use that as a reason to try to spin it around on him. So basically you was down there getting dug out. You know what I'm saying? And you just blew your cover, huh? Annette said 3 bedrooms and 9 kids. She laughing, crying, laughing face. And then Rick say, if it was a trip, why you just couldn't go? Y'all needed each other and you tested him like you didn't. Yep. And then she said her priorities are wrong. She should have spent that money on the trip for a bigger home. God damn it. In them 3 bedrooms and shit, all y'all in there. I know that house musty. It don't smell like nothing but house and fried chicken in that joint. Rick say, or he just didn't trust her. Nah, he ain't trust her at all. He already knew what was going on. And yup, no respect for him and trying to flip it around like he just supposed to. He was just supposed to roll with it, but I guess he just didn't react the way she wanted him to. And that's her whole problem. But he wasn't wrong because he expressed he ain't want her to go. At least that's what I think.
This didn't come about because of this trip. This is some shit that you already had planned. So I called his mama because I guarantee you that's who house he going to. So remind you, his mama and I thought, you know what I'm saying, I consider us of being kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we don't bump heads in the past, but I thought we came, we got over there. So I called his mama and she talking about, well, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Jamel, he told you if you go out of town, you know what I'm saying, that didn't sit well with him. He was going to have a problem with
Right.
it. And you just took it upon yourself and went on and went out of town.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You in a whole lot of relationship.
Oops, my bad, y'all. This is another one of my problems I be having with girls sometimes, right? Like, you see how she called the mama, right? The mama told her, I'm not getting involved with it. He told you how he felt. You went anyway, so that's on you and that's on y'all. But you see how she sat up here and just talked our motherfucking ear off with all these other case scenarios and narratives, and my mama said this and this and that. So you're not gonna listen to what he told you out his mouth before you left. You're not gonna listen to what his mama is fucking telling you is the problem. You just gonna make up your own story and just victim. I don't see what's wrong. I don't see what's wrong. He told you. The mama telling you. Everybody telling you. You just playing dumb because you did some shit. And you trying to be annoying to basically cover up the fact that you was willing to risk it all to go on that girl's trip. You risked it all. You miscalculated. You gambled. You lost. It ain't a gamble if it ain't a loss involved. And you took a gamble when you lost. He out of there. You know what I'm saying? Thought that fat meat wasn't motherfucking greasy. That's exactly what it was. Let's go.
Yep. Hold up. Stop. Hold up, lady. What the f-? Like you taking up him. You as his mama should be like, you know what I'm saying? Chill, Jamel. Let the girl go out. I don't go nowhere, y'all. Only time I go somewhere, when I do decide to go somewhere, my kids are with me. I don't go nowhere.
Yeah, you got 9 of them. How you gonna find a babysitter for that many kids? Hey, you want to take care of my kids? Like, yeah, well, how many you got? Like, I got 9. Most people gonna turn that down. Like, it don't matter how much money you offer. Most people gonna turn it down.
It's daycares that don't got 9 kids in them.
I don't go nowhere unless my kids are with me. Because I have so many kids, it's hard for me to find a babysitter with that amount of kids. So I don't go nowhere already.
Why you had that many doggone kids? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why?
So
let's see, we gonna go from there. Look, because I got something to say about that shit. So all signs point to her being on bullshit, y'all. And the reason I say that is because look what she said. She said she don't go nowhere. She say when she do go on trips, she go with the dude. She say her kids usually there when she do go on the trip. So for her to go on this girl's trip and want to go on this girl's trip, you already get away from the kids. And when you get away from the kids and you leave the kids there and you go on the trips with your husband or your dude or whatever, that's who you can do shit with. Y'all can actually do shit together. You know what I'm saying? And both of y'all getting a chance to get away. When you go on this trip with your friends who you say you quote unquote, we ain't do nothing, I ain't do nothing, all we did was this. So why the fuck would you want to go on the trip with them? As opposed to your man that you could be with that y'all could do shit. You know what I'm saying? Do shit together. You wanted him specifically not to be there because you didn't need him to watch the kids or nothing like that. You wanted him specifically not to be there, not to be a part of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And he knew something was going on. It's like you be asking the girls sometimes, they be having their heart set on something, they be geeked about something, and they be like, they want this thing at any means, and they won't be realizing how they acting out of character. Cause they good at playing a role and shit. But like when they want something bad enough, and if it's close enough to them, they will get out of character. It's probably like, so who you going on this trip with? Dang, why you want to know? It's probably like, really? That's your answer? Like, she's probably all out of character. See, why you acting like that? See, you being insecure. Like, she probably got way in her feelings about something that if it was just a normal, innocent thing, you know what I'm saying? She wouldn't even have had no problem with him going. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure if he would have went, he would have paid for more of the shit. But for whatever reason, she specifically didn't want him to go. You know what I'm saying? Rick say she don't consider her and her man on a trip of vacation. Yep. A vacation for her involves some the outside D, that outside got them hoes sick. That's what it involved. It involved outside. She said it ain't a vacation unless I'm getting outside. You know what I'm saying? And that's true. You know what I'm saying? Rick hit it right on the head. She definitely got some choices. Man, why do dude do this every day? Every day he do this shit. Man, I'm finna, you know what I'm finna do? I'm not finna go through this. But yeah, so anyway, y'all, she made her decision and he hit it. Now, the thing about it is, you know, it's one of those things where people don't respect nobody if they feel like they got them where they want them at. So the thing what make them feel like they got them where they want them is the history they got together. 9 kids, 10 years, all that stuff. You start to take that person for granted. So a lot of people feel like, oh, I'm not gonna get in no relationship or whatever. I'm gonna live this, I guess, hypergamy lifestyle. And in this next clip, we got one of them dudes who call himself one of them, you know, one of them don't get a girlfriend type of dudes and all that. And he trying to go talk to these different girls and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, it's not his approach or him approaching them. It's just like, listen to how he approaching these girls, y'all. I gotta hear this. Like, dude has no charisma, like, at all whatsoever.
Hey, I think you're so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
I would honestly try not to leave you on red, to be honest.
What was that?
I would try not to leave you on red.
Oh.
Like,
Thank you.
you gotta be honest with you. What's your name?
I'm Michelle.
Michelle, nice to meet you.
Oh, and one more thing, like Rick pointed out, the reason she couldn't give him no info is because if it was friends that she knew, then he could corroborate what she was doing on her trip. But surprisingly, it was all people that she didn't know. So he couldn't tell her nothing, and it was all a mystery to him. Niggas is not dumb, man. Good one, Rick. Let's go.
Nice to meet you. Can I take you on a date sometime? I was just wondering.
I have a boyfriend, unfortunately.
He can make us breakfast in the morning.
He can what?
Make us breakfast.
He can make his breakfast in the morning.
We covered this dude.
Of course. One of my favorites. Confidence Chris.
Yeah, we covered this dude already.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's cool. Like when that ends, you know, can I be like next in line maybe?
Hopefully there isn't an next in line.
That's me. Can you take down my number? Because you just like...
My man said, can I be next? Can I have a turn, please? Can I have a turn? Ma'am, when you're done with him or when he's done with you, can I have a little bit, please? Please, can I have a turn? Take my number and call me maybe.
Hey, what's up, shawty?
Hey, what's up, shawty?
I don't know why.
Yeah, first time ever seeing that in his life, calling a girl shawty.
It's Courage Chris. That's it. Get the fuck out of here.
What's up, shawty?
Hey, what's up, shawty? Let me get your number real quick.
No.
Ah, no?
No.
Ah, damn. Ah, my apologies.
It's okay.
No.
Good night.
You know, very pretty girl to me. So
Good night.
I gotta shoot, man. I gotta shoot.
It went from confident Chris to Chris to stupid Chris. The beating you could have got, shit, my guy. In HD, holding that camera, having the punch getting to you. Jesus fucking Christ.
I thought you were doing a TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
I was about to come
no, I'm
and
talking
join.
to my mom's on FaceTime.
That's your dad.
That's my mom.
Gee, he walked away.
Excuse me. She's pretty as hell. Like, you're pretty as hell. I was just, my friends were.
Jesus in me.
What's wrong?
I have a hard time watching this.
What? You can't watch some cringe?
No. Like you said, Rick, it's painful.
I don't know what it is.
It is hard to watch
bomb.
this, man. Jesus.
Okay, cool.
Everything, we should chill sometime, I think. You know what that means?
No.
We should chill, like we should hang out.
Go to church.
No, we hang out together.
No,
yeah.
what is your name?
Huh?
What is your name?
Well, I mean, like we should hang out.
What is your name?
Yeah, I'm Chris. Nice to meet you.
Chris?
Yeah, Chris.
Aria, nice to meet you.
Aria, where are you from? I'm Chris.
Maria, nice. You can come to join Sunday service at church, and they can have.
That shit backfired.
He said, "Oh, they were blinding me."
Ah,
yeah.
she hit
Come
him
to
with
church
the
with
church
us.
invite.
That's
Chris, what do you know about Christ, huh?
Do I have to be a good boy to do that, or?
No, everybody.
Hey man, she really about Jesus. I don't know if she
Dude
really
said
about it
all
or
the
this is a
wrong
funny
shit.
way
Oh,
to
she- oh,
reject
yeah,
it.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I
yeah.
like this.
That's-
Yeah. You want to go out? Yeah, you should come to church sometime.
If it's a way to reject
and
him,
just
I
send him
like
to a random church you never going to.
If it's a way to reject him, I kind of like that one. Yeah, come to our church.
Yeah.
Hey, could I just be honest with you?
Huh?
Could I just be honest with you?
What?
Well, I always wanted to date a girl like you, but
I have a boyfriend.
I haven't had the time to. I've just been busy and working on myself and stuff like that. So,
Well, good luck with that.
yeah.
That nigga's a
What
troll.
what
We
was
said
that?
this last time. He's a
What
troll.
was that, man?
Hey, ma'am. A bit
Oh.
random, but can I get your number? My gosh,
I'm
miss.
like 55 years old.
I'm
Oh,
55
she
years
was
old.
strapped for 55.
You look
Ooh.
like that, my girl? I mean, can I get your number? I'm 55.
With those,
And
yo,
yo,
that's you at 55. Let me play that
Check
video,
it
man.
out. If that's your only issue, that you're 55, there's no issues, my girl. What the fuck you mean?
I know she got a BBL, but that ass is crazy. for 55.
Yo,
That ass, that is not real.
yo.
Nah, she's strapped
That is
for real.
crazy.
Or she been maintaining all that stuff.
There's no way at 55 you got ass like that on a white girl. That shit is pristine. At 55,
Yeah,
That's
she
when
like,
they
nigga.
get thick. When they get older.
that ain't light. That's a BBL. That's
Nah,
gotta
bro,
be a
that's
BBL.
real.
Well, she got good genes and fitness, but
That,
That's
well, hey,
real.
shout out to, it's not even, it's all.
Guilt
she
for
still
my
did a lot
life,
to
Rick.
work.
Guilt all day.
Cause that's you at 55, man, you look at least 12, 15 years
He
younger.
look
That's
like
not an
mixed
argument.
with something though,
What?
like some type of
55.
Eastern European,
So-
like some Russian or
That's
something,
not-
or some
when you look
Polish
like
or
that,
something
that don't
like
matter.
that.
That's
They be
not an
thick.
argument.
Them be the ones
Oh,
that be
you
twerking
55,
and shit.
perfect. You can't get pregnant.
that's exactly what I was about to say. Yeah, I'm 55.
I'm about to give you 55 reasons to get this dick. Let's go, ma.
I like them older. You know, maybe
Way
you
too young for
could
me.
teach me a thing or two. That would be great. What do you think about that?
I think you're too young. You're as old as my
You
son.
can look
Younger
at,
than
hey,
my
look, is
Ah,
it just
yeah?
me, bro? Hold on, time
But you don't
out.
think I'm, like,
Time
cute,
out,
or-
time out. Is it just me, y'all? Is it just me for all the fellas Russian? That's what she look like, right? Like some type of Russian descent. But is it just me, y'all, or can you look at a white girl, right, and tell if she mess with black dudes or not? I don't know what it is about them, man. It be something about. It's something about the look in their eyes or something. It's something about the way they wear their hair or something like that. It's like, man, you could tell a white chick that be like that fuck with black dudes. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is, but you could look at her and you could tell already. It's a certain air they got about them and shit. Like they a little bit more relaxed out here. You know what I'm saying? Like it's some like anti-caring about them. Like not only are they black, but they have had black in them. You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be a look though, but definitely though, if you know, you know, and you can look at her and you can see she got the look. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Teach me a thing or two. That would be great. What do you think about that?
I think you're too young. You're as old as my son. Younger than my son.
Ah, yeah. But you don't think I'm like cute or?
Yeah, you're cute.
Hey!
Excuse me, miss? Hey, I know the gym isn't the place to, meet somebody, but we could just tell our parents we met on Tinder or something.
Sorry?
I know this isn't the place to like meet somebody, like the gym, but we could just tell our parents we met on Tinder.
I don't understand what you mean.
Like,
It's not a place to meet someone, but what?
but we could just tell our parents we met on Tinder.
Tinder.
Yeah, Tinder's like a dating app.
Okay.
Yeah, so can I take down your number?
I'm
and-
not trying to date anybody.
I'm not trying to date you too. We could just go wash our cars or something like that.
What do you mean?
Like wash our cars. It's also a
Wash
workout.
cars?
Wash our cars, yeah. Are you interested or no? Oh, okay. You have a good one.
Bro, this is so cringe.
What the?
This is so cringe.
What,
this is so
bro?
cringe because I know like this shit is a prank and everything and stuff.
What
or else
the
why would you film it? Like the intent is to post it, right? The intent, that's the intent. Then I don't know what the context is, but this is cringe.
But the intent is not to be cringe though. Like, dude is serious with his approaches. That's what's crazy. Like, I guess he's supposed to be showing how confident he is, but bro, you have no riz at all. You have like whatever it, like he say, anti-riz, whatever the opposite of charisma is, bro. That's what you got. You got repellent, my nigga. Like you will run a hoe off. He said we can wash our cars. She said what? Like what you talking to? What is you bothering me for? Like, man, come on, man. Abort conversation. Like, you better, I'll cough and just run, go the other way, bro. Your shots was, you was putting up, nigga, all his shots airball. You know what I'm saying? He said he putting shots up without ever going to the gym. Yeah, all his shots airball. I seen like maybe 2 bricks, maybe 3 air balls. You know what I'm saying? He ain't touched the rim. Now, I don't even think he hit the backboard with none of this bullshit.
This is super cringe.
No, this is pickup stuff.
It's cringe as fuck. This is cringe.
Keep picking up these L's. Let's keep watching.
This is.
I'm just a good guy passing through though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
So I'm
lots of good guys out there.
No, not a good guy. A cute guy. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Because good guys always lose, you know.
No, that's not true.
No, I think that's true.
The guy I'm dating is a good guy, and I like really love that about him.
Is he a simp or
A simp?
a simp?
What is that?
She said, what does that mean? She said, that's when you know you're not terminally online. You live in the real world. You don't know about a lot of these cringe words that everybody uses online. Like the whole simp thing, like using that in reality is just cringe to me. Like, he's a simp. Like, come on, bro.
I think you're like real
How you
fine
gonna
tune.
ask a girl? Oh, she look like she thick. How you gonna ask a girl if her boyfriend is a simp? Like, oh, what's wrong with this guy, dude?
Yeah. What's your name? I just
Alexis.
had to meet you. You're real beautiful to me.
Thank you.
What are you up to? My
Never
car is,
getting
like,
past the
on red,
ball.
but-
Oh, you're good. I'm just chilling. I'm just walking my dog.
What's his name?
Going home. Her name's Allie.
That pill.
It's the bags.
Bags?
Like to pick up.
Or
your
like to
stuff.
pick up the.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. A girl like you, like, likes to go to
She
like
got a
Malibu
little
in the
something on her
day,
back.
You know, probably Santa Monica at night, and then we could ride like probably the Ferris wheel or something. And you know, or what do you like to do?
I like to do everything. I like to go to Malibu for the beach though, for sure. I keep walking her, but it was nice to meet you.
Can I take down your number?
I can give you my Instagram. You got it.
See, to me, it's like
Instagram means she's not interested.
Yeah, we got that.
But some of these women are definitely into him. They're just in relationship.
She said, "I give you my Instagram."
Y'all
Look,
support
creeps
our
like ain't
single
nobody
kings
in
out
the
here doing the
dub.
work. You're not a fan of Confidence Chris?
No.
You don't support him just
Confidence
casually,
Chris,
not
whack as
insistingly
fuck.
having conversation with women?
Chris.
Yeah.
And sometimes dumb Chris.
Seems like you think
Friends
this kind of
Chris,
thing
there
is
we
not
go.
good.
I think it's cringe.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You don't think insisting with women is bad?
Depends of the context.
Or it depends on whether or not he's insisting.
Yeah.
Right. And you feel like this guy, the way he's insisting is acceptable?
I mean, he's trolling, so it's the context of it. I'm not saying like it's inherently bad. It's there's a context to it. The context is very important, right? When you understand and you see what he does, that's what I get. He's a huge troll.
Right.
He's just trolling, doing that for use. That's my take. You might not think that. That's
It's like on one hand he trolling, but it's like on the other hand he really trying to approach these girls and stuff. I guess the whole thing about it is supposed to be, like I said, showing how confident you is. But what is confidence though if your personality is just flat though? You know what I'm saying? That's the question at hand. Like everybody, and this is the analogy I like to use about a lot of this shit. Like you could go buy some Jordans, you could go buy a headband, go buy a sleeve, a jersey, all that. Show up to the court and get your ass bust and not get picked to run no pickups or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody could look the part, anybody could try to do the thing because it's popular, but just because nobody can't stop you from doing it don't mean you A, meant to do it, or B, even gonna be good at that shit. You know what I'm saying? So he out here, I guess, doing half of it, which is even approaching the girl. And that's where he figure his work is done. Like, man, I'm approaching the girl, but nigga, you approaching their ass and some goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, what is this boy thinking, man? You know what I mean? But I guess, you know, everybody got like they limits, and then, or you got your limits, but you figure I'm just gonna try to go beyond my limit or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we got going on today. I don't know if y'all know. Let me see. Fresh in the building, he say they some cakes for real. And Rick say, yeah, you could follow her, lame ass. The entire approach has to be confident. Walking up is just that. Bro, these motherfuckers they moved the goalposts because they really not about what they say they about. They really not no dating coaches. They really don't even be having no real interactions with no girls. So they moved the goalposts for themselves to look, watch me approach this girl. You know what I'm saying? They approach the girl. They don't even know what to say to her. Half the shit that be coming out their mouth be some mumbo jumbo and shit. And like I said, people not knowing their limits. That's what got y'all favorite ex-president Donald Trump in the position he in today, right? So today he turned himself in. He got arrested. He got booked. He got mugged. He got his mug shot. All that. He got arraigned in federal court. So his next step is he's going to trial. He entered a not guilty plea. You know what I'm saying? So he's finna go to trial for this shit. But guess what's happening? Because he don't know his limits, he can't get no damn lawyer. You know what I'm saying?
Trump's got a bit of a problem down here in the state of Florida as he awaits his arraignment later today, because last we checked, he doesn't have a legal team that is capable of representing him for an official arraignment. Donald Trump has been frantically calling Florida lawyers for the last few days, only to get rejection after rejection. So why does that matter? Well, first off, it's kind of funny. And of course, I'm going to talk about it. I have spent, a year at this point mocking Donald Trump's legal team, talking about how horrible they are. You think I'm going to pass this story up? You're kidding yourselves. But secondly, and this is the actual real important reason, is because Donald Trump has to have an actual attorney in the state of Florida represent him, or else the arraignment cannot happen today. Now, Trump would still show up and surrender himself and all of that, but the official arraignment cannot take place unless Donald Trump has a Florida lawyer on that team. Now, I don't know why that is, right? That does seem a little weird, but apparently that is the rule, that is the law. So if he doesn't have a licensed Florida defense attorney there with him,
I think
they
it's
will
to
have
make
to postpone
sure,
the arraignment.
I think it's to make sure that lawyers in the jurisdictions get that work and get those cases. Because if that's the case, every big case would just be taken by the biggest firms in the nation, and not like the firm where it's actually been in that jurisdiction where it should be. Like, it makes sense to me for him to have to get a Florida lawyer for a Florida case. Let's go.
What's the holdup, right? Why not just go through the yellow pages? And God, I'm dating myself with that reference. But just find a lawyer, call them up, go to your little local mini mall and find one of those guys if you have to. They don't have to represent you through the whole thing, just basically for the arraignment, and then you can kick them to the curb. Problem is, everybody's turning him down. According to reports, Donald Trump has been making those phone calls only to get rejection after rejection after rejection. Let me read you a couple of quotes from the lawyers who have turned down Donald Trump's offer to be his latest lawyer. One of them said, "The problem is none of us want to work for the guy. He's a nightmare client." I don't disagree with you on that. I mean, I've basically been saying that for the last year, and every lawyer knows that.
I told my mama all this. I'm gonna make sure. If you watching, mama, remember when I told you before all of this happened, remember when I told you nobody can't represent Donald Trump in court because the way he look at the law, he don't look at the law like it applied to him, and he look at lawyers like their job is to get around the law or to help him beat the law. He don't look at it like the way he look at lawyers. He make them criminals. I remember telling you that, Mom, and you see this. Your son always right. I told you, mama.
Take on a client that you know is not going to listen to any of your legal advice. That's going to make you, the lawyer, the counsel, look like a complete incompetent buffoon when you go into court. So no lawyer wants to take on that risk because there is literally no reward for it. Another lawyer who allegedly turned down Donald Trump said this, I would love to do it. I think the case is weak, but my wife would divorce me and my kids wouldn't talk to me if I defended Donald Trump. So even the ones who are like, oh yeah, I totally could do it, totally weak case, but you know, my wife would be angry and my kids would never talk to me. Now, I think that's BS. I think this is a lawyer trying to act big and tough, like, oh, I can totally do it. I think that's a pretty weak case, but, you know, the little lady doesn't want me to do it. And,
but my dog
I'm not
ate
going to
it,
go
looking
against her
ass.
wishes. I'm a family guy after all. No. You know that this is an actually very strong case. Donald Trump's former lawyers, the one who recently quit, Tim Parlatore, said, wow, this is a pretty strong case. Donald Trump's own hand-picked Attorney General William Barr said, wow, this is a strong case. He said the evidence is damning. Or the indictment is damning. Excuse me. So, yeah. Good luck, Donald. Whoever you do find, I can guarantee is either not going to be somebody who's qualified to defend you, or you're going to end up with another person like Alina Habba, who, by the way, I still believe is not qualified to defend him. You're going to end up with somebody who's basically hungry for the media, hungry for the press. They want to make a name for themselves, whether they win or lose. They win because they'll become a household name just like Alina Habba. But I think we ought to hearken back to that warning that I talked about yesterday that Trump's former lawyers are out there saying, and that is, if you follow the guy's advice, you're either going to end up sanctioned or disbarred or possibly even both. And I think that is probably the biggest thing weighing on the minds of those potential lawyers who Donald Trump is calling. It's not that you know the case is strong and you can't win. It's not that you just don't want to deal with a client you can't control. I think the biggest thing these lawyers are all worried about is they themselves don't want to get implicated in any criminal activity, and that's why they're not returning his phone calls. Hey,
I told you, everybody. We even had these conversations in the barbershop. You be having the fake woke people, the fake woke dudes in the barbershop who really some black Republicans and shit sit up watching Fox News trying to bring that shit to the barbershop. You know what I'm saying? With their own black twist on it. I told them fake ass woke niggas, I said, man, dude going to jail, dude. They like, oh, he ain't gonna go to jail because this is going that. No, y'all trying to hedge y'all bets on who y'all see as the man. You know what I'm saying? But nah, that shit don't work like that. Dude can't even get a lawyer out the phone book. You know what I'm saying? Karma is a motherfucker, and my daddy taught me, one of the things he told me that always stuck with me was pride come before the fall, right? That's one of the most prideful, most arrogant people you know, think he above everybody. Everybody is a loser. Everybody's stupid. This person need to go there. This person is a son of a this and that and this, and just prideful, arrogant. You know what I'm saying? The more pride you got, the bigger the fall is, and that's what he going through right now. You know what I'm saying? So he been arrested. You know what I mean? He got his trial coming up. He still got the other grape case coming up, and he got the grand jury where he probably finna get RICO'd in Georgia, and then he got the case with the hush money payments in New York, and he still gotta pay for the fraud, the tax fraud and shit. And this is all stuff we all would have been in jail for. We couldn't do half of this. We couldn't do an eighth, a 16th, 1/32 of this shit. You know what I'm saying? We would be in jail, but he get to get away with more and more and more. But now we facing over 100 years. So it is what it is, man. Appreciate y'all checking me out. You know what I'm saying? Fresh, Ricky Williams, you know what I'm saying? The Net Tool Gang, everybody that checked me out. Shout out to the Replay Gang, man, watching this later. Y'all the MVPs. Boosting them numbers up, you know what I'm saying? Helping the player hit that algorithm, you know what I'm saying? Don't forget y'all to hit that like and hit that subscribe. Help me get deeper and ride the wave of the algorithm, you know what I'm saying? It's like surfing and shit. You gotta ride, your likes is like your surfboards. You gotta ride them likes into the algorithm, right? So y'all help me out before I get drowned and ate by the YouTube sharks, you know what I mean? And Definitely appreciate it, man. Appreciate y'all checking me out. We ain't had that technical difficulties either. Everything went smooth. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna be back tomorrow with another one. And until then, I'm gone, y'all. Later.